Today in the workshop, I got the question, so which school of improv are you from? Or like, which school of thought do you follow? And I was like, oh, I think if you ask any European improviser or most European improvisers, they would not have an answer to that, because Europe is such a melting pot of styles that came from North America, the theater, different styles of theater that happen in Europe. So I didn't have one teacher that I followed for a long time. I didn't have one school of thought I followed for a long time. I am that melting pot myself.
Could you unpack for those that are unfamiliar with Miyazaki?
Yeah.
Like what, and if somebody's like interested but they're not sure what it is, what would you say?
Yeah. Hayao Miyazaki is a Japanese director that is doing animation movies for now something like 50 years, 45 years. He has been doing very amazing movies. Some of them are well known now in the Western world. Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro, all these movies. And what I love in it is the very poetic, quieter and less binary than what we have usually in, for instance, Disney, if we take an equivalent in the Western world. In Miyazaki, there is nothing that is good or bad. There is nothing that is all white or black. It's all in the gray zone, and he really tries to show how we can understand the decisions of people and what people are based on their context and the situation to really understand them. So the bad characters are never really bad, and the good characters are also flawed. And it's there is all this magic in this poetic universe and worlds that are created.
That's really cool.
Very colorful and very visual. It's really nice. So I give different workshops on that, but it's all rooted in the same thing, which is playing with your body more, whatever your body capacities are, and showing the world, showing the stories, and letting the audience fill the gaps instead of trying to tell them everything.
I have a background in movement and theater, so I teach a fair bunch about also physicality, use of the stage. And one way how I apply it is in the action movie genre. So how can we run stairs and do chases and all that kind of fun stuff? And I do it in a format where that's a cast without any male improvisers. So me teaching workshop to female and non-binary improvisers to be as badass as possible is ridiculously fun. And it's where two of my passions come together, which is both physicality and feminism. And you can also see, how our workshops are.
Sure, so these ideas, is this what we're moving? I'm now part of the team. Is this what we're moving forward with in your new? You said you're gonna. Is it a theater, a school that you're gonna open in Amsterdam? Is that the plan?
It's a theater company. So we will be teaching courses in Amsterdam, and we will be developing shows in Amsterdam as well.
As you know, big fan of our improv cousins. As a member of Big Bang, Le Carpote is our long lost improv cousins. We share a lot of the same improv DNA. So what's going to happen with your relationship with Le Carpote?
So what's happening with Le Carp is that we detached the international part of Le Carp. So I mentioned that briefly, I think, when we did the Instagram live a few months ago, and now it's acted. So we separate the international part. So Cedric, Dan, and me created a subgroup that is separate from La Carp, the local group of La Carpote, because La Carp is actually much more people than the three of us. And most of them are not traveling internationally and are not doing freeform or whatever. So the three of us, we created a company that is called Ananas et Pamplemousse. We thought La Carpote was too simple to pronounce, so
I just wanted you to say it because I've been reading it, and now my wife speaks French, and I'm like, and she heard me saying it. I'm like, and then she's like, what are you trying to say? And I'm like, look at this. And she thought it was funny. Anyways, yeah, good. I'm glad you said it. And now I heard it. So yes,
Yeah.
ananas and pamplemousse.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. A and P also we can call it.
Hey, okay.
So yeah, we've been creating that company. We're now advertising it. I created a website last week about that, and we're going to travel with that company. So we will continue the work we've been doing with La Carpe on our shows and on our travels, etc., with Cedric and Dan to continue the work and not lose all that. So I'm not leaving my improv family behind completely.
Gotcha. Okay.
I bring it with me.